Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day number 26 of 31 days of tutorials. My name as usual is Ryan Hafey with Hafey Digital, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use custom shooting modes to quickly switch between settings on your camera. So imagine, if you will, that you're doing some run and gun video shooting and you need to quickly switch back and forth between say 24 frames per second and 120 frames per second, or maybe you're frequently going back and forth between a very well lit area to a very dim area with a different type of light color. I go through this a lot when I shoot boxing photography. For example, if I'm shooting ringside and then I go back of house to go into some of the locker rooms, the lighting and exposure is very different in both of those scenarios, and I have to be able to adjust my camera settings quickly. And even though I'm very familiar with the cameras that I use and I know the settings quite well, it can still be a challenge to change those settings quickly. Luckily, most cameras these days allow you the option to set your settings and save them as kind of like a preset that you can quickly access, as opposed to having to go in and change all the different settings in the camera. If you own a Sony, it's called memory recall. If you have a Canon, it's called custom shooting modes. If you have a Nikon, who knows and who cares? Just kidding, don't want to offend any of you Nikon users, but all jokes aside, I don't own a Nikon, so I don't know what they call their custom shooting modes. But either way, these custom shooting modes are great because they allow you to save all sorts of different settings, ranging from exposure to white balance to frame rates to picture profiles, etc, etc, etc. All those settings can be saved into one quickly accessible preset on your camera. Now obviously it would be impossible for me to go through and show you how to set this up on every single camera, so be sure to check out your camera's manual just to be safe, but I am going to walk you through how to do it on the Sony A6000 and the Canon 7D Mark II. So if you have either one of these cameras or cameras similar to this, you should be able to figure out how to do it. So let's start with Sony, and the first thing you want to do is set your dial to manual mode, and then you want to go in and adjust your settings to how you want them for your preset. Next, you want to press the menu button and go to page 4 of the Camera 1 icon, and you want to select the Camera 1, Camera 2 memory option. And in this window here, you want to just select either 1 or 2 up at the top, and then press the selection button once you've made your choice. Now you may also notice that there are options M1 through M4 next to 1 and 2 as well. Pro tip here, don't use any of those options unless you don't plan on swapping out your memory cards or doing any formatting during your work, because those will be reset anytime you swap out the memory card or format it. And finally, to access these save settings, all you need to do is turn the dial to position 1 or 2 depending on which one you save to, and boom, your settings are there and ready to be used. Next up, let's talk about the Canon. Now the same thing with the Canon, you want to set your dial to manual mode and get your settings the way that you want them. Next, you want to press the menu button and go to page 4 of the wrench icon and select custom shooting modes C1 through C3. On the next window, choose register settings and then choose either C1, C2, or C3 depending on where you want to save the settings to. Once you've done that, just confirm your selection and you're done. Now all you need to do is turn the dial on the top of the camera to either C1, C2, or C3 depending on which you selected, and boom, there you go, your settings are locked in and ready to go. Now for me, this is one of those things that I wish I had known about a lot sooner when I started using these cameras more frequently, but once I knew that these options existed, I use them all the time now. Anyway, that's it for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful for some of you, and if it was, you know what to do. Leave a like on this video, share it with a friend if you feel so inclined, and come back and see us again tomorrow as we start to wind down 31 days of tutorials with day number 27. Bye!